Hello and welcome to Stockton University here in Galloway, New Jersey, where tonight the 25-3 Yeshiva University Maccabees will be taking on the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays, coming in at 22-3. I'm Charlie Bendheim, alongside me, the always spiffy Zach Tuchman, and this is the Better Image Contracting pregame show. Zach, how you doing today?
Great, Charlie. How are you? Pleasure to be here as always.
As always, good to see you. All right, let's get right to it. So how did both these teams get here? We're in the round of 64. What was the seasons like?
Yeah, so, I mean, this past week, YU's been in win-or-go-home mode. YU needed to win their conference tournament to get here, and they did just that. They won every game by over 25 points. They were looking good to go. And for Johns Hopkins, we assumed they would have made the NCAA tournament anyways, but always good to come home with a conference championship as they did, beating Swarthmore.
So let's go to YU right now. What's like the season feel like as a whole? What were the expectations, and how did they proceed? How did they do?
Yeah,
on
they
that front?
came in with that 36-game win streak. They won the first 14 games, making it up to 50, and then they ran into Illinois Wesleyan Titans, and that was a tough game for them. They lost that one. They lost a little bit of their confidence, but they regained that confidence when they played St. Joseph, Connecticut. They beat them, and that really got them on their roll, and then here we are today.
And now let's go to the Blue Jays. How did they fare this season?
Yeah, they've only lost 3 games all season. First to Christopher Newport, a great team, top 5 in the country, and then the last 2 to Swarthmore, but they did avenge that loss in the championship game, as we said.
So who are some players on both teams to look out for?
Yeah, so for Yeshiva, of course, it's Ryan Terrell and Gabe Leifer, the dynamic duo. Terrell leads the nation in scoring at 27 points per game, and Gabe Leifer 4th in assists at 7 per game in the country. And for the Blue Jays, Connor Delaney, something to look out for. The 5th-year guard averages 19 points per game and 4.5 assists per game. An unbelievable player. He really gets the motor going for them. And, of course, Tom Quarry as well can shoot the lights out, 6'6" guard.
All right, and now what are the 3 keys here for the Macs to make it to the round of 32?
Yeah, so first and foremost, it's controlling the paint. St. John's is a big lineup, and of course, the Defensive Player of the Year, the Centennial Conference, Sidney Thibault. He's going to be everywhere in the paint. The Macs going to be aware of him at all times. Second's going to be the free throw battle. St. John's Hopkins shoot 54% from the line in their losses this season. YU has had a struggle from the line all season, so it's going to be take advantage at the free throw line. Lastly, who can jump out to an early lead. Both these teams top 10 in the country at scoring differential. YU 25 points per game or so. Johns Hopkins at 17 points per game. Whoever can get out to an early lead and maintain it, both these teams really good at that, will be a key to victory here today.
Well, there you have it, the 3 keys to the game. Coming up next, we got anthems, we got lineups, we got round of 64 tournament basketball. You're not going to want to miss it.
My name is Rabbi Adam Englander, head of school at Halb. My students are learning Mishnah Yomi with all Mishnah Junior.
You love Mishnah and you love learning extra Torah, and it's just so simple, under 5 minutes a day.
Once you do it, it really does lift your spirits and you get in the zone.
People all around the country are learning Mishnayot and Somer Schar and Shemayim.
The experience has been overwhelmingly positive. It has exceeded our expectations both qualitatively and in terms of numbers of students who have gotten involved.
To have your students excited about learning on their own and learning because Torah is important, that's a dream of every yeshiva and every day school I've ever interacted with.
Hello and welcome back here to Stockton University, where the round of 64 matchup is almost ready to begin. Now, Zach, we spoke about it at the pregame show, but Ryan Terrell, the All-American, the leading scorer in the country, what's he going to have to do tonight here for the Macs?
Yeah, he's a matchup nightmare for everyone on the Johns Hopkins team. I mean, they don't really have anyone who can cover him. I think the Macs are going to try to hit him early and often and see if he can get them going, put the team on his back. He did that in the last 2 tournament games 2 seasons ago. He had 40 points and 30 points respectively.
All right, we're going to send it to the PA announcer now for anthems. Welcome back here to Stockton University for this round of 64 matchup between Yeshiva University Maccabees and the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. And the starting lineups tonight are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunities we have for YU students and how you too can become a Maccabee. We're going to start with the visiting Yeshiva University Maccabees. Starting at forward, the graduate student, number 4, Gabe Leifer. Starting at guard, the senior, number 11, Ryan Terrell. Starting at guard, the junior, number 13, Ofek Reef. Starting at guard, the senior, number 15, Eitan Halpert. And starting at forward, the junior, number 22, Matan Zucker. Interesting starting lineup here. Matan Zucker in for Jordan Armstrong, which has been happening of late. Why don't you speak on that a little, Zach?
Yeah, it has been happening of late. I'm not sure if it's for an offensive switch, but I think in this case, I think it's going to be good for a matchup defensively. I expect to see a lot of Ryan Terrell guarding Connor Delaney here. And that's going to be the question then is going to be who's going to guard Tom Corrin. I think it's going to be Matan Zucker. He's someone who's a little bit more versatile. He can come all the way out to the three-point line and cover Quarry, who could also drive to lane. Jordan Armstrong not as comfortable going out to the three-point line.
And for Johns Hopkins University, the Blue Jays. Starting at point guard, the graduate student, number 5, Connor Delaney. Starting at forward, the senior, number 14, Tom Quarry. Starting at forward, the junior, number 15, Sidney Thibault. Starting at guard, the junior, number 21, Carson James. And starting at guard, the senior, number 23, Braden Johnson. Now, Connor Delaney, we're going to be mentioning his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot here tonight. He's the end.
Today, actually.
Today.
It's a day game.
Yeah, Connor Delaney, it's going to be him to look out for. We said in the pregame, him and Tom Quarry. Sidney Thibault, look for him as well. The people in the past have been attacking Gabe Leifer in the post one-on-one. I'm curious if Coach Leffler has seen that in the film and wants to use Thibault to his advantage doing that as well. Gabe Leifer, if he gets a couple of quick fouls, the Macs will be thin at the back end, and Gabe Leifer will be very reluctant to challenge shots like he did so well on Sunday when they only gave up 40 points.
Well, it's a 1 o'clock here, a beautiful Friday afternoon. The only game going on right now. The players are ready, the refs are ready, we're ready. Let's do it here from Stockton University. Tip-off one, hits off Carson Delaney, but the Blue Jays will start with the ball. Corey in the corner. Carson James drives left, swings to the corner, that's Johnson, that's good. Early 3 for Braden Johnson.
Yeah, that's exactly how the Illinois Wesleyan game started. Drive and kick, and an early 3, a little bit of an ominous start here for the Macs.
Ofek Reef with the ball at the top of the key. Inside to Leifer, cross court to Reef. Drives baseline, stops, pivots, looks. Leifer has it up top. Reef on the wing again. He'll drive baseline again, gets inside, rejected by Tom Quarry. And here come the Jays. Thought about it, takes it in. Carson James finishes.
I don't know if I'm watching a replay of December 30th, but those first 2 possessions offensively and defensively look very similar. I want to see Ofek Reef shoot that shot in the corner. He has an open look, he's got to take it.
Reef inside, draws the contact, and he'll go to the line for a couple. Foul on Tom Quarry, number 14 for the Blue Jays.
That's a big call. It could be on Quarry, it could be on Thibault. Yeah, that's Tom Quarry, like you said, Charlie. Quarry is a big player offensively. If they can get him or any of these star players in foul trouble, it's going to be big. But that's a big shot for Braden Johnson. He could shoot from behind the arc. Good for his confidence, good for Johns Hopkins, good for his confidence. And Ofek Reef on the board. We talked about free throws being big. Ofek Reef hits the first one of the game, one of the Mac's best from the line.
Ofek Reef utilizing that pump fake. He's drove baseline a couple times here. Got blocked on the first possession. Second possession, different result. As he hits both from the free throw line.
Yeah, like you say, he's a lot smaller than a lot of these Johns Hopkins players, so he can take it strong, but they don't even need to really do much. They just need to go straight up.
Delaney drives left, kicks out. Johnson, Thibault. Leifer went for the steal there. Thibault inside. Leifer guarding him. Pokes it away. So Johnson retains at the top of the key. Jab, drive, throws it up with the left, no good. Rebound, tipped around. Thibault's got it.
The shot clock violation.
That is a shot clock violation as the ball did not hit the rim on the layup. Ofek Reef down for the Max.
I think he's just a little bit winded. But that's great defense there. Great help, great recovery, and great no call by referees. Good defense there. I like the referees in the NCAA tournament. This is the game that sets the tone for the rest of the NCAA tournament. All eyes are on this one. You don't want to make anything controversial early on. Let the kids play early on. I like it.
Zucker afforded a lot of space. He doesn't see the defender from behind. It gets poked away, and here come the Blue Jays.
Hey, that was definitely well scouted. They knew Zucker was going to go left and put his head down. Right there. That's wide open. That's not good.
Corey way too open downtown. Doesn't hit it, though. Grabs his own board.
Don't want to leave him open. He's 14th in Division III in three-point percentage. An excellent shooter.
James to Delaney. Back to James. Inside to Thibault. Zucker on him defensively. Thibault goes right. Kicks it back out to Corey. A three. No good. Rebound. Fought for.
And that's going to be Corey's second. That's a silly foul. 90 feet away from the basket. He's going to go straight to the bench. And that is a huge developing story here in this first half. An over-the-back foul, very far away from the basket. Tom Corey, 2 early fouls.
Checking into the game for the Blue Jays is Chid Nake, along with Lincoln Yider. And this Blue Jays team is a very deep team. They like to utilize their substitutions. You see so early on here, as Matan Zucker has the ball at the top of the key for the Max.
They're going to give him space all day. Every team has adopted this strategy. I saw him taking a couple threes during warm-ups. I would love to see him take one here in the game.
Terrell with Carson James on him. The Blue Jays bench likes the defense. Inside to Halpert, who throws it up and finishes reverse style there for the Max.
Great play by Eitan Halpert, not bringing that one down. He's much smarter than most of his players, and the help would have been able to come over if he brought that one down. Excellent finish there by Eitan Halpert.
Yider now. Pulls it back out. Chidnake fighting for position. Yider goes right. Turnaround floater, no good. Rebounded by Gabe Leifert. And here come the Max.
And a great box out there by Matan Zucker as well.
Ofek Reef throws it up, can't get it to go, but grabs his own rebound. Terrell, a deep three. No good. And here comes Connor Delaney.
I think he's a little bit too pumped up. That one way long for Ryan Charles. Rarely do you ever see that.
Connor Delaney from Jimmer range, no good. Rebound by Ofek Reef. And Terrell looks to push the pace up to Leifert.
Both the superstars taking deep ones early on.
Leifert. Footwork, spins, and finishes.
And now Tom Corey out of the game. He's a big body. Gabe Leifert became a little bit taller on the court relatively, and he'll put it right to work in the post there. Easy bucket. 6-0 run for the Max.
That's a three. No good. Braden Johnson.
Zucker wide open lane.
Oh, that's a travel. Yep, shuffled his feet there. Saw that daylight. Got excited. We got a timeout. And we're going to send it down to SJ Tannenbaum, who's going to talk about how this is a tough matchup for both teams here in the first round.
Unusual top 25 first round tournament matchup begs a question. How does each team feel about being faced with such a difficult opponent to start off March? Coach Loeffler told us it doesn't matter. To be the man, you have to beat the man. And to win this tournament, you're going to have to play some tough teams eventually, regardless of how hard the first game is. Coach Steinmetz told us that his team played themselves into a three-line spot in the pod, and now they're facing the repercussions with what he feels is a fair matchup. He also added that even quote-unquote bad teams in this tournament aren't really bad teams, because if you're able to get the best of your conference rivals when it matters most, you will be dangerous in March. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. And might I add, you are looking well put together as ever out there on the court here in Stockton.
Follow him as always at Sideline Suits on Instagram. I believe that's his Twitter handle as well.
But a couple runs here by both teams. Johns Hopkins got out to a 5-0 lead, but Yeshiva fought back now with 6 straight points to go up 1.
A lot of people have been asking about why YU is a 3 seed in the pod. Some more on that later.
Connor Delaney, the All-American point guard. Terrell on him. Leifert there for the help. He's going to take Terrell off the dribble. Yider thought about it, doesn't pull it. Crosses. Gives it inside to Nake. And Zucker's going to get called for a flop warning as he absorbed the contact there by Chid. Went to ground a little easily.
I'm very surprised interesting. I'm very surprised they stopped the game, but they also reset the shot clock for that. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. And I don't know if they're supposed to stop the game in the middle of action. It's kind of like wait for a dead period. Referees, I think, are talking about that right that exact point. Kind of gave Johns Hopkins extra 15 seconds for no reason. We'll see what they say.
Matan Zucker, such a good defensive presence here for the Macs. He's awarded a lot of space on offense, especially at the top of the key. But he makes up for it on the defensive end, where he usually takes someone a little bigger than him, but does so with a lot of strength.
They put it back at 5.
Here they go. Outside. Oh, and that's going to be a shot clock violation, as Lincoln Yider did not realize how much time was left on the clock. He probably saw the 20 before they switched it back.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened in this game. And without Tom Corey in the game, I'm curious where Johns Hopkins is going to go. With Terrell, they could put him on Delaney. This team does not really have so many unbelievable individual offensive players. So this is an exact matchup that Max would like to go at defensively. I mean, they played great against Manhattanville. I expect the same here.
Halpert inside finishes. Wanted the contact as well. Nice off-ball movement there.
Johns Hopkins hasn't scored in at least 3 or 4 minutes since that quick 5-0 start. They need a bucket to stem this tide.
Delaney drives right, kicks out. Johnson, a 3. That's good.
That's a huge 3-pointer. They needed that one from Carson James.
That's Carson James, pardon me.
Averages 10 points per game. He's their 3rd leading scorer. The kid can play. He's going to have to step up with Corey on the bench. He slots into that number 2 role. Terrell still 0 points to Max. That's probably his fault. Zucker wasn't really looking though.
Chidnake decides to slow it down. It's Delaney now.
It's a mismatch. Pulls right past Lifer.
Outside, stolen by Ryan Terrell. Here he comes on the fast break. He'll go up and finish strong.
Great aggressive take there to Ryan Terrell. He had Zucker cutting, but he's like, I'll finish this one myself. No problem. Max back up by 2. I like the defensive intensity of the Max. The team that plays at their pace is going to win this game. Hopkins wants to slow it down. They get up only 60 points per game, 4th best in the country. Max has to get out and gun. We'll see which team is able to get the other team to play their style of play here today.
James and Johnson play catch. Inside to Nake. Oh, cutting Yider finishes college layup style.
Yeah, it was kind of a bad double team miscommunication defensively and just leaves him wide open for the 2. This is going to be a close game here today. Both these teams very evenly matched. And I think we're going to see that with a lot of lead changes and ties. Once again, leaving Zucker wide open.
Zucker absorbs the contact, goes up left, can't get it to go. He's going to get called for an offensive foul. So number 22, Matan Zucker. Now checking into the game for the Blue Jays is Ethan Bartlett, the senior guard. And Matan Zucker is going to take a seat for the Max as Ethan Lasko checks in.
Yeah, 2 Ethans checking in. They're going to guard each other as well. Ethan Lasko, he's provided some Division I experience all season. He's never played an NCAA tournament game though. Some of these Macs have. We'll see what he provides here with his energy. Great save there,
James working on Lasko. Gets by him, goes strong to the hoop, can't get it to go. Leifert's going to grab that rebound.
Yeah, Leifer, as always, straight up. And he just does it better than almost anyone in the entire country. Leifer always straight up, always in a good position, and just people just try to draw the foul on him, and it's just not going to happen.
Lasko finished last game strong. To Leifer, inside to Terrell. He's got position. He puts it up and puts it in.
Good cut there. Terrell, they haven't really gotten him the ball in the wing. He took that 1 3-pointer, just was testing the waters. But now 2 inside buckets for Terrell. Let's see if he can get going from the outside. They've been playing really tight defense on him. Obviously, you don't want him getting going. That would be a nightmare for them.
There goes number 15, Cindy Thibault. Carson James to Thibault. Dribble handoff.
The dribble handoff has made the Max switch a lot. I think it's exactly what Hopkins wants.
That's a deep 3 by James, and he's got it again.
That's exactly what Hopkins wants. You had Ofek Grief on a mismatch with Thibault down low. Instead, they just take the 3-pointer right over the top. Gabe Leifer doesn't want to commit too much because he knows they'll blow right past him. That's exactly what Hopkins wants to do offensively. Great coaching there by Coach Leffler.
Leifer with Bartlett on it. That's a bit of a size mismatch. Leifer inside. Bartlett says absolutely not. Leifer gets his own rebound, can't get it to go, and here comes Delaney. Delaney, fast take inside, outside to James. Another three. This one he does not get the fall.
The backside going there by Leifer. Max have really worked on that all season, and it's really shown here of late.
Ryan Terrell blows by his defender, stops, pops, can't get it to go. Rebound is going to be fought for. It's loose on the ground, and we got a foul call, and it's going to stay the YU way. Ryan Terrell giving all that effort. See here on the replay.
The foul on Bartlett. That's a tough one. Everyone's scrambling. It's going to bring us to the under 12 media timeout.
Now, a lot of people are wondering why Stockton is number one in this pod over here. And you see here on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, people are wondering, people have been asking on Twitter all the time, why is YU number 3 in this pod? They're ranked number 19 in the country. So, if you look on the screen, and you'll see the main criteria of creating the seeding in the NCAA tournament is the winning percentage, obviously, but regionally ranked opponents, the record against that. So you'll see Stockton 10-1, YU only 2-1. The wins come against St. Joe's, Connecticut, and against Lycoming, we assume. Johns Hopkins 2-3, but the reason Johns Hopkins is number 2, YU number 3, the strength of schedule, the big one. YU, on average, their opponents under 500. Johns Hopkins and Stockton much better at over 500. And Stockton getting the edge over Hopkins, presumably because of the regionally ranked opponents. So that's just a little explanation as to why YU number 3, Johns Hopkins number 2, and Stockton number 1 in this pod.
Did you know that over 85% of our viewers for broadcast this season were not subscribed to Max Live on YouTube? Max Live is the home of Yeshiva basketball, where we stream all Max home games and produce other exciting content. Help support our efforts to put on quality broadcast and take 3 seconds to subscribe. Back to action here. Lasko, Terrell wide open. Thought he was going to throw it down, decides to lay it in.
Usually Ryan Terrell, he makes his money on the hard shots, but Ryan Terrell's had 3 easy layups here so far. That is not what the Blue Jays want to give up to him. Make him earn his points. Mac's been playing very aggressive defense so far. It's been working out well. Johns Hopkins has hit a couple of threes.
James to Thibault. Inside finishes. Right hand off glass.
Could have been a foul as well. Very fortunate John Hopkins didn't get called on that one.
And you saw there that Gabe Leifer came for the help as Lasko pulls a deep 3 and gets it to go, and he stays hot.
Ethan Lasko, they're giving him space. I've been saying it all season. He's a lot better than his percentages show. If Thibauld's going to cover him, he'll shoot that all day, and he can shoot it. He's a confident kid. If he gets going, he'll keep shooting it.
And Delaney, that was just filthy. Little inside-out dribble, finishes with the reverse.
So he's really crafty in the paint. He can finish with both hands. It's his first bucket of the day. And I'm not really sure why Lasko is guarded by Thibault, but he's definitely got the speed advantage if he wants it.
Leifer to Terrell off the screen. Back out to Lasko. He's really thinking about that 3, but he's going to get called for a walk as he tried to jab step there. Got a little over anxious.
Yeah, it's the right call. Everyone's a little bit nervous. NCAA tournament game, first one. Everyone's watching. Just thought about it a little. Thought about what he was going to do. Big shot, Oren Batesh coming in the game for his first look, as well as Tom Quarry checking in with 2 fouls. The score is incorrect. It should be 17-17.
And that gets a little cheer from the Max faithful who made the trip out here to Stockton.
Sure. Always nice to see the Max faithful traveling. Tough to come today due to the Sabbath.
1 o'clock on a Friday.
So close to us. But Oren Batesh guarding Tom Quarry, that's not a matchup I would like. Tom Quarry could shoot right over him, but the 2 3-point specialists guarding each other right now. Quarry with 2 fouls. He's got to be really careful defensively. I would attack him right away. He's not going to even bother touching you.
Kickball there by Terrell. Number 44, Will Sykes into the game for the Blue Jays.
And you said the Blue Jays would go deep. They've already played 9 players in this game. But Terrell's had very active hands early on. Now unfortunate for Hopkins, that was a kickball.
Delaney now. Gabe Hedges. Delaney spins. Looked to get away with a little bit of a push off there.
Switch again. Going to isolate him probably, or that's for the pick.
Uses the screen. There's 4 on the shot clock. Delaney's going to put up a deep 3. No good. Doesn't hit anything. And it's going the other way.
Leifer moved his feet very well. I don't think Delaney was expecting that. He thought he was going to be able to blow right past open, but Gabe Leifer, excellent defense there. Delaney, another deep three. He shoots 36% from there, but you have to hit one here so far.
Leifer, Glasgow, drives, floats, blocked by Quarry. And here come the Blue Jays.
That 6'6" length, that unbelievable help defender.
James inside out to Johnson, a triple. Off back rim, rebound by Quarry, he's all over the place. James, no good. And Terrell grabs the rebound. And he'll give it up to Lasko. Leifer holds and surveys. Terrell position inside. He's not going to bring that one down. He'll just float it in.
Unbelievable pass. Only where Ryan Terrell could catch it, and an even better finish from our angle. That one looked like he was close to behind the basket there.
Sykes to Johnson. Johnson, that's going to be an offensive foul. I got a little nervous there about the second flop.
Yeah, but Ethan Lasko, I think that's the correct call. Good take there by Sykes, much bigger, but just extends a little bit, and Ethan Lasko takes the charge, something he's great at. And that's the 4th team foul for Johns Hopkins. Nothing to really worry about just yet. Ofek Reef checks back into the game. Max up by 2. They want to try to get a little bit more breathing space here. I want to see the Max get Eitan Halpert open for a three-pointer. He hasn't taken one yet so far.
Leifer has it at the free throw line, gives it outside to Reef. He could shoot that.
Thibault's been letting anyone shoot if he's guarding anyone who's a wing player. They want to leave him on people who can't shoot so that way he can camp out in the paint. That's what it seems like to me so far.
Terrell, free throw line extended, puts it down.
And you don't want him to get going. He averages 35 points in his NCAA tournament career. He's got 10 so far in the first 12 minutes. Just trying to extend the range little by little. He started with layups, now he's at the foul line jumper.
Lincoln Yider to Delaney. That's going to be a blocking foul there on Gabe. He's not going to want to take those that far away from the hoop.
Yeah, they need Gabe Leifer down low. The Max were doing a great job hedging the screen so far. They were getting away with those little bumps, but that's a good call there by the official.
James stand-bounded and does so to Delaney. Delaney with the catch on him. Thibault hands it off to Delaney. Thibault, he's going to work on Leifer. Kicks it out. That's a deep three. High arching, no good.
Oh, baseball pass.
Stolen by Delaney. Here it goes inside. Draws the contact. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Yeah, it's a tough turnover. You work so hard all defensive possession to get that turnover under 8 timeout. Excuse me.
We've been mentioning Carson Delaney, such a good athlete, good ball player, and we're going to send it down to S.J. Tannenbaum once again to speak more on that. S.J.?
As NCAA Committee Chair Mike Schauer confirmed a few days ago, several matchups in this year's tournament were created as a nod to the 2019-2020 tournament, including this contest, which would have taken place 2 years ago had Johns Hopkins not lost to Penn State Harrisburg in the first round. In that game, Johns Hopkins star Connor Delaney broke his foot. That didn't stop him, though, from competing last year, but for the Blue Jays Division I lacrosse team. Delaney was an All-American lacrosse player in high school, but chose to attend Hopkins to get a great degree, and because basketball is his first love. Coach Leffler told us that he isn't concerned about re-injury and just wants what's best for each of his players in whatever fashion that may take. Now playing in his final season while pursuing a master's in financial econometrics, Delaney is in pursuit of a national championship in his favorite sport, basketball. Back to you guys in the booth.
Yeah, Connor Delaney, what an athlete. Playing D1 lacrosse and D3 basketball and excelling in both.
Yeah, unbelievable. I'm like an average basketball player. I tried lacrosse one time. It was a very difficult sport. Not for someone like myself, but Connor Delaney, hats off to you. Very impressive kid, and he's going to line for 2 here. Very good free throw shooter. He's missed a couple of shots early on. Let's see if it'll get him going.
Now let's take a look at today's trivia question. This matchup features a number 10 and number 19 ranked team. That may appear on surface to be quite odd for a first round game. It's the only game this round which features 2 top 20 teams. What was the last D3 first round game which saw 2 top 20 teams play? And we're going to have the answer for you a little later on. Let's get the second free throw to fall. Reef. Halpert. Back down to Leifer. Reef
Still not shooting that. Thibault's giving it to him.
gets inside, doesn't decide to shoot it. And here comes Terrell. Terrell, a long three, lets it fly, no good. Rebounded by Yiter.
He thought that one was going in. Place would have erupted. Terrell still not finding the three-point range yet. That's a tough call. That's going to be Ryan Terrell's first foul. It's something to keep an eye on. Terrell with one, Leifer with one, Halpert with one.
And you can see that the Macs are doing a very good job of not letting Connor Delaney get downhill.
Yeah,
they're attacking him high up on the court.
Definitely the key to the offense. Even on the inbounds pass, Terrell's not giving him any space. And Johns Hopkins has settled for a lot of three-pointers. They were going early on. They're 3 for 12. They've only taken 18 shots, 12 from 3, 6 from 2. I credit the YU defense. Most of this at the end of the shot clock, not the best looks. YU only taking 3 three-pointers, most of their shots inside. Maybe not what you would have expected.
James drives left. Out to, here's Yiter. Drives right. Finishes strong high off glass.
We talked about this before, but Teshi's great offensively, but a little bit undersized defensively. They take him right to the basket, easy bucket. If he's not providing offensively, Coach Steinmetz is going to be really quick to pull a plug on him.
Here comes Leifer. Backing down. Johnson, and he gets the easy floater to go.
That's a good first shot, that little baby hook from a couple feet away. That's his money shots, been working for him for years.
James inside, out to Yiter, thought about it, doesn't pull it.
Mismatch here as well.
Delaney right by Batesh. To the corner, no look pass, that's James. That's bottom.
Excellent pass there. One thing that I've seen more than usual in this game, I mentioned it a little bit before, is the Macs don't often switch this much, but the way Johns Hopkins runs their offense with all these ball screens and movement, the Macs are just being forced to switch. They've done a good job communicating on most possessions, but when they're not, it's easy buckets for them.
Terrell can't get that shot to go. And here comes Delaney, inside out dribble. He's so quick. Delaney draws the contact from Terrell. That's his second.
That's going to be a huge call. Terrell doesn't like it. The Johns Hopkins faithful right in front of us loves that call. I'm assuming Coach Thomas is going to take him out.
And we'll see here, he initiates the contact, but Terrell not moving his feet quick enough. And he'll take a seat on the bench. Lasko checks back into the game.
Yeah, Coach Thomas normally would keep him on the bench for the entire rest of the half. We'll see how this goes. If it stays even, I expect him to probably keep him there a little longer. If he starts to get away from the Max, I would maybe put him back in. Or you see Tom Corey's been sitting on the bench. Except for that small section, he's been out there. He's been on the bench for the whole half.
Thibault. You fouled 2 shots. Lincoln Yiter going to head to the line. Nice in cut without the ball there.
Yeah, they've been making those nice cuts from the post, as you'll see here. And he'll go to the line for 2. Batesh doesn't love that call as well. And Max are starting to get a little bit frustrated with calls. They had 1 foul to Johns Hopkins' 4. They've now been called for 5 straight foul calls. Starting to get a little bit frustrated. They had a little bit of a command in this game by a few points. And now they are trailing once again.
Jordan Armstrong, the bum, going to check into the game, and we're going to do the answer to the trivia question. We asked, what was the last time 2 top 20 teams played in the first round of a D3 tournament? The answer, Wittenberg and Emory in 2018-2019, with the Tigers winning by 12.
Didn't know that. Thank you for sharing.
Second free throw by Yiter gets it to go, and the Jays are up 2. Eitan Halpert has a couple layups this game, no threes yet.
And he's going to be big with Terrell on the bench. Let's see where the offense is going to come from.
Leifer
backing down Johnson.
Oh, footwork inside. Gets rejected off the glass. That's a deep 3. No good. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds. Going to be going YU's way as Sidney Thibault tried to throw it off a Max player, but it ended up deflecting right back onto him. We're going to see this again. That's a clean block. Sidney Thibault, the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that's why he's there. I stand corrected. Thought he might have hit the backboard first, but on the other end, Thibault, a great hustle play, trying to save it, but just a double doink off of Leifer and his own leg. Unfortunate. Ball going down for the Max. Chance to tie or take the lead depending on shot section.
Reef. Armstrong. Halpert wanted to. Takes it inside. Tough finish there. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's all Thibault. His presence just being there. Halpert had to change his shot.
Johnson a 3. No good. Rebound. Box out by Leifer. He'll grab it.
Great job there by Leifer. Max have really come to play today on the rebounding department.
Halpert's going to be fouled there.
Yeah, swipe by, going to be called almost every time. It's going to be on Delaney.
Will Sykes back into the game. Thibault going to take a seat. Nice aggressive take there by Halpert. Ball's inbounded right to Leifer. Glasgow across to Halpert. He'll take a left. And Reef throws the ball away. He didn't grab that one initially so well. And James looking to operate here on the offensive end for the Jays.
Max got to be careful. Johns Hopkins shooting in the bonus rest of the half.
Defense chance to rise from the YU faithful. Delaney, an open three. Can't get it to go. He's been shooting the threes from very far out.
No, he's a good shooter. He shoots 36%. He just can't find his rhythm. I would be worried. I wouldn't start to sag off him. That kid can shoot the basketball.
Leifer inside with the right. Can't get it to go. The ball rolls around the rim. Got tipped back up. That one doesn't fall either. And the Max been at 23 for a bit of time now. James. Step back. Pulls. No good.
Great box up there by the ball, and Ethan Lasko swoops in. It's not always who gets the rebound who boxes out the best, but it just clears this path for your teammates. Jordan Armstrong, an excellent job there. Ethan Lasko coming in for the rebound.
Lasko to Reef. Reef takes a baseline, throws it away, but Leifer's going to grab that. And Reef now in the corner. Out to Leifer. That's a deep three. Can't get it to go. And YU's gone cold here on the offensive end.
Yeah, Hopkins, we talked about it, an excellent defensive team. They've done a great job here today and like to slow down the pace as well. Give up only 60 points per game. YU on pace for just about that here so far.
Sykes to Delaney. Delaney,
What a pass.
what a pass inside to Sykes, who can't finish the layup. They'll retain possession, will the Blue Jays. Connor Delaney, a no-look pass, double clutching it inside. Sykes just can't finish it.
Looked off the defender there and hit Sykes down low. He hung in the air for so long. What a pass by Delaney.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break here. Don't go anywhere. It's round of 64 basketball here on Max Live.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Welcome back here to Stockton, New Jersey, where the Blue Jays are leading the Max by a score of 25-3. NCSY Summer is the premier summer trip provider for Jewish teams across the world, with over 20-plus programs spanning the U.S., Israel, and Europe. NCSY Summer has a program for you. Visit summer.ncsy.org to learn more and choose your summer experience today. A pretty low-scoring first half here by the Max, especially, who are known for their offensive prowess.
I think this is exactly the way Johns Hopkins wants to play this game, a low-scoring affair. But for them, I mean, Delaney hasn't been shooting the ball so well. Great to play bum there. But it's been other people have stepped up. Carson James in particular, 11 points, leading scorer for both sides. And for the Max, someone besides for Terrell's got to step up. Like I said, we don't know who it's going to be. Terrell back in the game with 2 fouls. He's got to be super careful as well. Remember, for also the Blue Jays, they're playing with house money here. Tom Corey, 2 fouls super early into this game.
Halpert. Cross court, Terrell can't hit the layup.
These rims have just not been friendly to either team so far.
That's a wide open layup. The bunt says no, that's going to be a goaltending. That's Lincoln Yider on the finish. He'll get credit for both of those.
Bad transition D there by the Max, but good attempt at the block by Armstrong. Let's see. Hard to tell from that angle. Live, it looked like a good call there.
Leifer. Halpert. They're doing a good job out there on 3. Lasko.
They're giving Ethan Halpert no space whatsoever.
Leifer with 8 on the shot clock. Gets to his spot. Floats it with the right and finishes.
I'm actually a little bit surprised by how much comfort Gabe Leifer's had in the paint here with Thibault roaming. I mean, they haven't put Thibault on him. They've been using him as like a help defender. That's a flop on the basket, probably.
Little jab step. Johnson. Thibault. Delaney cutting. That's going to be the max ball as it hit off Delaney last. He doesn't love the call. He thought he got hit.
I think he might have a beef there as well as he cuts the lane.
Going to see it here on the replay.
I can tell he pops his head back like he got hit, but Max will take it. Terrell's still in the game. He's got to go another 120 without picking up that 3rd foul.
Leifer. Pass was behind Lasko, who can't corral it, and the Blue Jays get the ball. And they're looking to push. James. Lasko on him. Crosses. Kicks it back out. Ball deflected by Leifer. It's going to stay here with the Blue Jays.
By Leifer and the Max a chance to get Terrell out of the game on defense if they want to. I think Coach Domich is going to do that with Ophek Group. I think that's a smart coaching decision. That's exactly what it looks like. Only 4 timeouts here in the NCAA tournament with all these media timeouts. So Johns Hopkins can use their use it or lose it timeout in the first half. Max still have one as well. And so Ophek Group going to come back in for Terrell. He's going to sit. Potentially the Max will call timeout and bring him in on offense for the last possession of the half as well. But closing half strong, we say this all the time, extremely, extremely important, especially in an NCAA tournament game more than most. What could easily happen here is Johns Hopkins can go 2 for 1. They could be up 6 or 7. Y can get a stop, hit a bucket, and they could be up going into halftime. Complete momentum shift the last minute 5 seconds here.
And nerves, which at the beginning of the game players must have at this point, all gone away. So I'm looking for the basketball to improve the quality of play here. As Quarry pumps, drives, floats, and finishes.
And so Coach Leffler took my advice. If they're just going to play offense, Tom Quarry comes right back in the game and he gets on the board.
See if YU attacks him here.
They could go 2 for 1 if they go quickly.
Leifer doing his thing. Outside Lasko, an open 3, spots up. That's good. And he celebrates as he always does.
That's a very smart play by Johns Hopkins. They're rolling the ball. The shot's not going to start. They're going to be able to dribble this one out. It's a very heady play by a very smart school.
Ends up being around a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. Defense chance. Ring throughout the stadium. Connor Delaney, top 5 point guard in the country. Guarded by Lasko. He's going to let this clock run. 7 on the shot clock. He looks to go to work. Cross. Pulls a deep 3. That's good.
Next time to call timeout if he wants. He's not going to.
He's not going to. A heave at the end of the half. It's not going to count, but it goes in. It goes in. Eitan Halpert just hit a shot from 3/4 court. It's not going to count. Golly. What a finish to this half. We got Connor Delaney on one end, and then Halpert with the prayer that doesn't count on the other. Halftime here in Stockton. Blue Jays up 32-28. Don't go anywhere. We got a halftime show for you next.
My name is Rabbi Adam Englander, head of school at Halb. My students are learning Mishnah Yomi with all Mishnah Junior.
You love Mishnah and you love learning extra Torah, and it's just so simple, under 5 minutes a day.
Once you do it, it really does lift your spirits and you get in the zone.
People all around the country are learning Mishnayot and Somer Schar and Shemayim.
The experience has been overwhelmingly positive. It has exceeded our expectations both qualitatively and in terms of numbers of students who have gotten involved.
To have your students excited about learning on their own and learning because Torah is important, that's a dream of every yeshiva and every day school I've ever interacted with.
Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, founder and chairman of Leket Israel, YC class of 96. It's citrus season in Israel. We need to rescue millions of pounds of these citrus fruit to feed the needy just over the next few months. So please give us a hand. Help the winning team, Leket Israel, and the other winning team. Go Mac!
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Pretending to take it back by Langford. Given to Terrell. Terrell! Gets right, Terrell, 2 more!
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
My name is Rabbi Adam Englander, head of school at Haub. My students are learning Mishnah Yomi with all Mishnah Junior.
You love Mishnah and you love learning extra Torah, and it's just so simple, under 5 minutes a day.
Once you do it, it really does lift your spirits and you get in the zone.
People all around the country are learning Mishnayot and so much Schar and Shemayim.
The experience has been overwhelmingly positive. It has exceeded our expectations both qualitatively and in terms of numbers of students who have gotten involved.
To have your students excited about learning on their own and learning because Torah is important, that's a dream of every yeshiva and every day school I've ever interacted with.
Hello and welcome back to Stockton University. First half is over, so we got here Ryan Scott, head columnist for D3Hoops.com. Ryan, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, glad to be here. I'm really excited to see the game and glad I was able to make it in person.
All right, so you know more basketball than almost anyone I know. What are your thoughts here on the first half?
I think both teams have come out, really know what they want to do, and both teams have been pretty effective at keeping the other from doing what they want to do. But it's been a great game, and obviously anybody's at this point with 4-point difference.
Just pivoting away, what games are you excited for the rest of the day? Are you going to see any other games, travel to any other places?
So I'm taking off right after this to go up to Swarthmore. I'm going to try and see Swarthmore Keene State. I think that's going to be a really good matchup, and hopefully I'll get there for the end of the first game up there. But it's great to be on the East Coast where the sites are all close together.
Absolutely. Do you have a prediction on who's going to win this tournament? Do you have any thoughts on who's looking good coming into it?
I've said all along, I think Oshkosh is the best team. They've proven they can win. Obviously, they're the defending champs, and so they got size, they got experience, they're battle-tested. Obviously, anything can happen in a tournament like this, but that's my pick.
What adjustments do you want to see from both teams in the second half?
Well, I think it's not a wise decision to have Terrell guarding Delaney. I don't think that gives you any advantage other than getting him in foul trouble. Right. I love to see Lasko on him be a pest, and I think just getting the ball into the paint. You've seen every time Gabe has got the ball down there, he's gotten a good shot. He hasn't made them all, but I want to see drives. I know you guys like shooting threes, but they're not going to give them to you this game. Johns Hopkins is a really good defensive team, and it seems like the paint is working, so I want to see him get in the paint.
Now, Yeshiva's been in the news so often this year.
Yeah.
What has that done, do you think, for D3 hoops in general?
Anytime we can get lots of press, it's good because you get eyes on the games, and I think if people are watching Division III hoops, they fall in love with Division III hoops, right? People have a negative connotation of how good it is, what the quality is, but once you see it and you see that these guys can ball, these guys can play, that's great. And now we've got an international audience that is tuning in all the time and learning more about it, and that's only going to be great for D3.
So I have to ask, if YU is to pull out the victory, will we be seeing you here tomorrow night?
Yeah, actually, I've got some things earlier in the day tomorrow, and so if they don't win, I won't be able to make it here because the game will be too early. But
so I think you
thanks
should
to
tell
you guys
them to win.
Yes, I'm hoping they win because I want to be back here to see that game. And if it's here tomorrow, this place, every seat will be filled in this place. Stockton brings in a big crowd. I know you guys will have lots of people driving down. That'll be a great atmosphere.
Yep, looking forward.
All right. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us here at halftime. Really, really appreciate it. We hope to keep this relationship up, and good luck the rest of the way, watching all these teams, scouting all of them, writing about them, and check out his blog on d3hoops.com.
That's right.
All right, good. All right, we're going to go take a quick break. We'll be back.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
When I was in 9th grade, someone told me to give up on ball. He told me, basketball will only take you so far in life. You're not going to make it to the NBA, he said. What he was missing is that making it to the NBA isn't the only reason why we play. The game of basketball leaves you with so much more than just the game itself. The life lessons and friendships that are made while playing the game will outlive the game and can last a lifetime.
Pretending to take it back by Langford. Give it to Terrell. Terrell! Dips right, Terrell, 2 more!
And we're back here in Galloway, New Jersey for second half action. But first, we're going to start with Leket Israel halftime stats. Leket Israel rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need. Zach, what are the stats looking like right now?
Yeah, it's a pretty even game all around. One thing that really jumps off the page is why you love to shoot three-pointer. Johns Hopkins has really made it a point to take that away. Why he's only taking 5. They are 2 for 5, but they've really taken Eitan Halpert out of this game, done everything they can. He only has 4 points, has not even taken a three-point attempt. And Ryan Terrell with 2 fouls with about 5 minutes left in the first half. That's a big story as well, something to look out for. Him with 2 fouls, Quarry with 2 fouls as well for Johns Hopkins. Something to look out for early in the second half. Make sure neither of those players pick up their third. But we talked about the free throw battle. Very little free throws in that first half. A good, clean defensive half for both teams. YU 2 for 2 from the line, and Johns Hopkins 3 for 4 from the line. But just overall, a really well played half of basketball by both teams. We talked about closing the half strong. Yeshiva hit a big 3 by Ethan Lasko to cut it to 1 with 30 seconds left, and then Connor Delaney. He was 0 for 4 before that 3. But he hits a deep one, a little bit of an early dagger to end the half. Eitan Halpert tried to respond, but just after the buzzer.
And on that, actually, that the way that we transmit data here on Max Live means that it's a little late, like 0.23 seconds after the clock here. So for those of you who may have seen the shot that Halpert hit, may have looked like it was before the buzzer. It was actually after the buzzer here by considerably large margin, pardon me. So that's why it's a little slow in terms of the shot clock, the game clock, and the scoring. Just a half a second off.
Now, what I'm impressed by Johns Hopkins is that with Quarry out of the game and Terrell guarding Delaney, you heard Ryan Scott say he doesn't want Terrell guarding Delaney, but Carson James really stepped up in that half. He's the leading scorer in the game. He's got 11. A couple other players hit shots. Braden Johnson's 1 for 6 from 3. Max is playing good defense on him. Thibault only has 2 points. Lincoln Yiter has played well. He's got 8. He stepped up as well, but it has not been the star players we're expecting for Johns Hopkins. Quarry and Delaney only combining for 8 total points. But for YU, it's been Terrell leading the way with 10 on 5 of 10 shooting. But Ofek Reef has been reluctant to shoot that 3-point jumper. He's been trying to drive to the paint against much taller defenders. It has not worked out for him so far, only the 2 points at the foul line. And that's pretty much it for the Max. We want to see the supporting cast step up here in the second half if they want a chance. It can't always be Ryan Terrell all the time.
Well, we're almost ready here for second half basketball, but before that, I'd like to take a moment to tell all of our listeners about an incredible organization. It's called Daily Giving, and it was started by YU alumni. Daily Giving is an easy way to guarantee yourself the mitzvah of tzedakah every day for as little as $1. What you can buy today for $1? What can you buy today for $1? That's only relevant when it's alone. By combining your dollar with almost 10,000 Jews from across the globe, YU can now impact millions of lives. Daily Giving is already donating over $3.3 million a year. Now for just $1, you can support more organizations than ever before. Every day, Daily Giving distributes all the money to different incredible Jewish organizations. Organizations like Camp Hask, Leket, NCSY, United Hatzalah, Ezer Metzion, Yachad, Amudim, YU Connects, and Pantry Packers, just to name a few. Please go to dailygiving.org, not .com. That's dailygiving.org and join. From now on, every morning when you wake up, it will already be 1-0 you. You will absolutely love being a part of this. Go to dailygiving.org and join today. So here we go. 20 minutes on the clock. Max down 4, trying to save their season and extend to the round of 32. Starters out for both teams. Crowd rises to their feet.
That first possession of the second half is just a good indication of what the coaches' adjustments were at halftime. Obviously, Terrell and Quarry back in the game. 2 fouls, not a worry right now.
Zucker floater. No good, rebounded by Thibault, and here come the Blue Jays. That's a deep 3 again. Doesn't go. Connor Delaney hit a deep one at the end of the first half. Tried to start the second half the same way, but it doesn't fall.
Yeah, but the Max have been a little bit slow getting back in transition. Their boxing out has been great. Their defense has been great, but that's the one thing I would want to fix if I'm them. Johns Hopkins is taking a little bit of an advantage on them in transition certain times.
Halpert. Delaney closes. Halpert drives. Gives it to Terrell. Thought about a 3. Pulls it back out, though, with 10 on the shot clock. Leifer fighting for position. Can't get it.
Screen.
Terrell. Pull up Jimmy. Can't get it to go. Ball almost out of bounds. Max wanted the call, can't get it though.
Transition again, 2-on-1 on that side.
James to Corey. James.
I'm worried about life regarding Corey here.
Well, Corey pulled that shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, and here comes Halpert. Halpert crosses, drives, kicks. Lifer open for a second, decides not to shoot it. Halpert tries to finish strong off the glass. That rims out, and here comes Delaney the other way.
Open.
Corey went for the dunk, blocked from behind by Ofek Reef. Transition defense. Carson James wide open for three, though. He pulls it and finishes.
That's a huge bucket. The first bucket of this half was going to be big. It was a 4-point deficit. Max could have cut into it to one-possession game. Then Johns Hopkins extends it to 7. Max have got a little bit cold the last couple of minutes, going back to the first half.
Reef drives baseline, throws the ball away. You'd like to see him shoot one of those open threes.
He's been trying to go baseline and pass. It just has not worked.
Johnson out to Corey, who's going to get fouled there. Blocking foul by number 13, Ofek Reef.
Back to what we were saying about Ofek Reef. He's been driving baseline effectively all game with that speed, but then all the big men with their hands straight up. He's been having a hard time finding the cutter and finding the open man. He's really been struggling so far. Max needs him to pick it up.
Ball is inbounded. Carson Delaney. Corey gets it knocked away, and he's going to foul Lifer.
And that's going to be his third, and pops right off the bench. Thank you, Yider. Great defense there by Gabe Lifer. Ethan Lasko right in as well from Matan Zucker. So that's another ticky-tack foul for Corey. Max wait on their original run in the first half when Corey went to the bench. Let's see what they do here.
Lifer goes up strong, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Thibault. Like to see him try to finish that with the left hand. He went with the right hand on the left side. James with Lasko on him. Crosses.
Could have been a push-off.
Here comes Thibault, Sidney. Lifer. Big on big. That looked like a travel, and it'll go the other way.
Good call. Gabe Lifer once again. He is an excellent post defender. Matan Zucker as well. Great defense there. You're not going to get by him one-on-one in the post. So great in the post.
Let's go, Matt!
Reef left wide open. Decides not to shoot it. And here's Lifer. Terrell loses his man. Turn around. Bottom.
He made that a lot harder than it had to be, but that one dribble to get away from Thibault, maybe they'll get Yeshiva going. They've been really in a big drought going back to the first half. Only 2 points so far.
Delaney deep again. Bricks it.
I think you will let him shoot that one all day if he wants.
Terrell off the bounce. Spins and finishes 360 style. Ryan Terrell.
I don't know how he did that. I'm not sure. That was unbelievable. Ryan Terrell now with 14. It's almost half of YU's points. If he's going to have to do it, he'll do it himself.
James gets fouled there by Lasko. It's a blocking foul. He doesn't like the call. The YU faithful doesn't like the call.
That's close. Let's see what we got on the replay. Ethan Lasko moving his feet well. I think James might have extended a little bit. But the referees did look at each other. So they both agreed that it was the right call to call a block. Not too consequential, only the second team foul and first foul for Ethan Lasko. But YU on a quick 4-0 run, cutting back to the one-possession game.
Delaney takes it in, kicks out to James. He pulls, bottom, three-pointer.
And what was once not so consequential would have been 3 points, a three-point game. Max ball. Carson James comes back and hits a big three-pointer. He's got 14 as well.
Terrell. He's got 4 straight for the Max. Twists and turns. Calls for it back.
This is where he wants it in the post, one-on-one.
Faces up, pulls, bottom.
He's going to start to get going. Johns Hopkins better be careful. I think they're probably going to have to start sending a second defender or shading someone near him.
Back and forth we go here in Stockton. James with Lasko on him. Drives left.
Good hands by Reef.
Yider retains possession and gives it out to Delaney. Delaney, strong right. Pass inside, tipped, and here comes Ryan
Max
Terrell.
numbers if they hurry.
Terrell.
Here's Halpert.
Halpert, open three, Doesn't get it to go. Rebound pops high in the air. Rebounded by the Blue Jays. That's Thibault.
Yeah, Eitan Halpert, that was a harsh closeout. He's looking for a call. Still talking to the referee. Told him to cut it out. Eitan Halpert has his first open look of the game. Couldn't hit it. I think he might have gotten fouled as well. Blue Jays fortunate.
Thibault sets a screen, and Leifer Hedges tips the ball away. No backcourt because of that. Delaney goes left, throws it up, can't finish. Rebound pushed up to Lasko. Out to Terrell. An open three. Left it a little short.
And the Macs love their transition threes. But if you're not super wide open, Terrell, that was a pretty good look for him. But you don't need to rush. Every possession, especially at this juncture, is super, super important.
Lasko switches on to Delaney, but they'll give it to Thibault. James, another one. Stop it! Carson James, another three.
I'm not sure if his first name's Carson anymore. I'm really not sure. He's looking like a different James out there right now. Timeout, Coach Steinmetz.
It's going to be a TV timeout, but we're going to go send it down. So you know Sidney Thibault on this Blue Jays team. His name sounds a little familiar, and SJ is going to tell us a little more about that.
The Macs have played some guys this year with cool connections, but none cooler than Sidney Thibault, cousin of Philadelphia 76ers starter Matisse Thibault. While Matisse is someone that Sidney looks up to, Sidney is very good in his own right. He's one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, and in addition to being athletic and super talented, his entire family is extremely intelligent. Sidney is majoring in computer science and had an internship at JP Morgan last summer, and his sister plays for Yale. Sidney's continued growth and improvement is very exciting for the Blue Jays, and he looks to be a key piece for them in the coming years. Back to you guys in the booth.
Always cool when a player here has such an athletic and impressive pedigree and family around him.
And we thought we came here to see Connor Delaney and Tom Quarry, but little did we know that Carson James is going to have a huge game. 20 points, 6 for 9 from 3. Whenever YU seems to be inching a little bit closer, Carson James is another big shot. They're going to have to. Connor Delaney has not been having his best game here so far. He's 1 for 7 from 3, 2 for 9 from the field. Max has been focusing a lot of attention on him, but Carson James really stepped up to the plate. That's what's giving Hopkins a 7-point lead right now.
YU looking to fight back. Here's Eitan Halpert. He'll drive. Reef's open outside for 3. You got to figure he's going to shoot one of them. Decides not to this time, and Leifer's working inside. Out to Reef. Now he pulls. Can't get it to go. Blue Jays rebound, and Delaney's going to bring it up.
This is a big possession. It's been hanging around this 4 to 7 point area. The Blue Jays can extend this one to 9 or 10. Can go a long way to deciding this game.
Delaney, guarded by Halpert. James, cross, kick out, Yiter, inside, throws up a wild layup, does not fall, rebound is going to be knocked around, and Lasko's going to grab it, but Yiter hits the deck and grabs it right away from Lasko, and the Blue Jays get the ball back. Halpert dove on the ground for that ball. It's going to stay here with the Jays. Coach Loafer is all the way on the court.
It's going to be the under 16 media timeout. Coach Thomas's timeout did not count as that, but great hustle there by Eitan Halpert, knocking the ball out of bounds. But Ethan Lasko is trying to make a play instead of just securing possession. You see this a lot of times in the NFL where defenders will try to just scoop and score the fumble instead of just securing the possession for their team, and a lot of times it will cost them. But love the hustle, love the Max getting on the floor. They're going to have to find different ways to put the ball in the basket. Coach Leffler's an unbelievable defensive strategist, and he's perfected a great game plan here today. YU members not named Ryan Terrell, only 18 points.
And at the outset of the game, early on in the first half, YU did a great job of moving without the ball. Specifically, Halpert had a couple of layups, and he thought it was going to open it up for himself from 3, and it hasn't done so thus far. He's got 1 3 attempt this whole entire game.
Yeah, they really keyed on him. Some coaches, I think this is Coach Leffler's strategy. He's like, listen, Ryan Terrell's going to get his. We can't really cover him for the entire game. We can maybe contain him for a little bit. But if we can control the rest of the team, which they've done a great job, That's going to be the key to our success. Gabe Leifer only a couple of points, 6 points. Reef has 2. Halpert with 4. Alaska 2 big threes in the first half, but that is it from the Max.
Thibault. Dishes to James. James Thibault. That's good.
Sidney Thibault, he's got 4 now, and like we said, that lead up to 9 is big. The Max, very important possession here. We do not want this lead to balloon to double digits.
James and Thibault, nice little two-man game there. Reef inside to Leifer.
They're going to start sagging off Reef like they've been doing with Zucker if he's not going to take it.
Leifer absorbs the contact, count it, and the foul. He'll go to the stripe for 1.
Max have rarely been to the line today, only 2 free throws so far. A big opportunity to get it from 7 to 6.
And Johnson just leading on Leifer a little bit right there.
I've not updated the scoreboard yet.
Shot does not go.
In case if they will. Wrong team. Should be 43-36. See if they realize that.
We play on here. Almost lost by Delaney. Connor with Leifer on him. Drives Delaney. Scoop lay. Can't get it to go. Rebound's going to stay here with the Blue Jays.
But that did not hit the rim, so only 1 second left on the shot clock. Great defensive possession there by the Max. This could be very deflating if they give a basket here. So it's something to keep an eye on. You probably want to stick very close to your man. You're going to have to, they probably have a play drawn up here for something like this. Maybe an alley-oop, maybe a quick pick and a catch and shoot. Or Matesh coming in for Reef. Interesting. They could probably just lob it up to Yiter right on Matesh. Maybe Charles communicating that with him right now to watch out for that.
Delaney to inbound.
Again, try what I said.
Catches, shoots, doesn't hit anything. No shot clock violation though, interesting. And it's going the other way.
Yeah, the buzzer hasn't really been so loud here. So if someone catches it, they're just letting him play on.
Lasko lets it fly from deep, doesn't go. Back rim and out. And the clock slowly starting to dwindle here on YU. Yiter steps out of bounds. Pardon me. That's Delaney, and it's going the other way.
And Delaney's been trying to draw that contact all day, and that little head bob, the referees have had none of it. Eitan Halpert, great defense, great job moving his feet. He's done an excellent job on him the entire game, and Terrell's not been on him. Max, another chance to inch a little bit closer. They've been really struggling scoring recently. On top of his excellent defensive team, as we said.
Terrell now with James on him. James pokes it away. Ball lands out of bounds. It'll stay with the Max. Good defense there by Carson James.
Yeah, Carson James has done it well. He's guarded Terrell really well. He's done it on the offensive end. He's been the MVP of this game if I'm picking.
Still 12:01 to go here. Leifer catches over the top. Terrell rips, drives, pulls, rims out.
Every shot for Ryan Terrell here has been tough today. And credit to Carson James, he's done an unbelievable job. It's been nothing easy for the Max. Wide open Thibault.
Delaney drives left. Oh, drops Halpert. Ball's kicked back out to Yiter. Yiter goes right. Cutting Johnson. Oh, he thought about putting Leifer on a poster. Instead, he'll just take the contact into 2 shots.
Great cut there again by Johns Hopkins. When someone drives baseline, they always make sure to get a cut. And Braden Johnson does just that. It's going to bring us to the under 12 media timeout.
And now both these teams, this is not their first rodeo here in the NCAA tournament here in March.
Yeah, for YU, they've made the tournament 2 previous times. They lost in the round of 64, their first ever appearance. And the last time, 2 years ago, they made it all the way to the Sweet 16 before, of course, the COVID pandemic shortened that tournament. And for Johns Hopkins, this is their 14th appearance. They've never made it to the Elite 8 either, but they have made it to the Sweet 16 twice, as well as 7 times losing in the round of 64. And making it to the round of 32, obviously, a bunch of times as well. for the Blue Jays. More importantly, a 7-point lead here for the Blue Jays. They're feeling pretty good. Braden Johnson, 2 shots when we come back from this timeout. A chance to extend the lead a little bit further. But the story here has been, it's been Ryan Terrell or bust here for the Macs. He has 16, the rest of the team has 20. Someone's got to catch fire in a hurry. Oren Batesh, I think that's why he's in there. He's in there for a little bit of space on the floor. A little bit of a spark plug. The size of Johns Hopkins has really not bothered the Macs defensively. They've been boxing out really well, but offensively, they've really been getting in the passing lanes, and that's, I think, been affecting a lot of what the Macs have wanted to do here today.
Leifer's been getting solid looks inside as Braden Johnson's going to shoot too. Been a little inconsistent on the finishing. First one doesn't go.
Yeah, interesting note, it's not the first time that Braden Johnson has played against a YU team before. He actually participated with the Johns Hopkins teams in the National Hilla basketball tournament. He lost in the championship to Eitan Hopper, trying to avenge that loss here today.
Second shot is good. As the Blue Jays have an 8-point lead here with 11.5 to go in the second half.
Bible giving Ask a little more respect out there. It's going to open up the paint.
And they go to Leifer in the paint right now. Spins, gets good position, tries to finish. Can't finish with the left. Zach, you thought it was a foul. The refs didn't. We play on.
That's all that matters.
And here's James. Thibault catches at the perimeter. James inside to Thibault. Spins, a lot of footwork. Might have been a travel. Nothing called though.
I thought he picked up his parent phone as well.
Yider with 3 on the shot clock. Fades away. Can't get it to go. Look true. Hit off the front rim.
I looked good from our angle, but it's a little bit too much.
Last go to Leifer. Back to Lasco.
I'm really impressed that Carson James is not tired out. He's been guarding Terrell the whole game, and he's been playing great offense.
Lasco gets it to go from downtown.
It's a massive 3-pointer. It's his third of the day for Ethan Lasco. He's really stepped up. The Macs needed someone off the bench to step up, and Ethan Lasco 9 points here today.
He's got to bring that energy. He always does.
He's shading a lot off of Braden Johnson. He's shooting 3. He hasn't shot away from anything.
Carson James. Here comes the double. Gets it off. Delaney drives right. Halpert hits it off his leg. Where's it going to go? It's going to stay here.
Halpert, I actually want to talk about this one.
Doesn't seem like they're going to. Looked from our angle as if the ball hit off of Delaney's leg.
I think the referees were in the best position for that one, but the Macs fans don't like it. And once again, a second chance for Johns Hopkins on a potentially questionable call. See if they can take advantage. 7 on the shot clock.
Sykes back into the game, and he grabs it right off the inbounds. James, Delaney. Ooh, that looked like a double dribble. Yep, it's going to get called. And Delaney looks a little shaken up. Hopefully he's okay. A little indecisive there.
Yeah, Macs defense has stepped up in the second half. This has been a defensive battle. The Macs are known for their high prowess offense, but they can play this kind of style of play too. This is a huge possession here to try to get it to a one-possession game.
Leifer awarded a lot of space. Last go. Here goes Leifer for 3. That's short.
It didn't look good right out of his hands. But Gabe Leifer, you got to earn the respect from there.
Yider to Johnson. Sykes.
Yeah, Anton Halpert's holding him. That's a good call.
Things getting a little tense here in Stockton. 5-point game.
Tom Corey going to check back in with 3 fouls. It's very impressive how it's been the Carson James show. Delaney has not been himself here today, and Tom Corey's been on the bench for most of the game with foul trouble. Carson James really stepped up.
Inside to Corey. Johnson an open 3. He hits it. Game paused to see if Batesh is okay.
That's a massive 3 there by Braden Johnson. He's got 7 now. Now that's going to put the lead back up to 8. The Macs had down to 5 with the ball. The chance to cut it to 3 or 2. Now it's back to 8. 8 on Halpert talking to the referee. Curious what that could be about.
Terrell been stuck at 16 now for a bit of time. Came out of the locker room hot. It's cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, now they're going to put Tom Corey, a little bit more versatile defender, focusing on Ethan Lasko, so they're not going to give him any more threes. This is what Johns Hopkins, probably their best offensive and defensive lineup.
Lasko to Leifer.
Leifer taking on Sykes. I think this is a good matchup for him.
Inside. Floats with the right. Fouled. Inside rim. He'll go to the line for 2.
He missed his first free throw today. These are crucial. Every free throw down the stretch is going to be crucial. I thought Thibault would be a good matchup defensively for Johns Hopkins here today on Leifer, but they're using him as kind of like a roaming safety to patrol the paint. But Thibault getting a quick rest here. Leifer shooting 2, makes the first.
Leifer's first shot is good. Something to note, Matan Zucker has not been in the game much. He started ever since then, not so much.
Yeah, neither has the Bun as well. But Leifer, another big free throw here. Like we said, you're using Thibault to patrol, gets his own rebound. Good D by the defensive player of the year, Thibault.
Thibault going straight up and getting the block.
Corey's really open.
Corey pulls it 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound, fell on the ground by Terrell. That's actually a pretty good foul as Thibault had an open layup.
That's going to be Terrell's third, though. I guess he'll trade that one at this stage in the game. Max, again, fortunate that Quarry missed that one. But that big defensive play there by Thibault would have cut it to 5, or even could have gotten the foul drawn on him. But Thibault, such a great defender, being able to block shots without fouling. Probably learned a little bit from his cousin, one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Delaney to James. James.
Charles got to be really careful. You can't pick up your 4th.
Corey wide open from the top of the key. Splash.
That's a massive shot off the 10. Max fans are probably going to start looking at the clock. Max need to be really efficient offensively the rest of the way.
And now it's time to lean on the All-American Ryan Terrell. Ball out of bounds off of Ryan. It's going the other way. And they're starting to believe there on the Blue Jays sideline.
And normally Terrell in the post, a good matchup, but Carson James has really stepped up. Coach Leffler told us this kid doesn't give any inch, and he really has done that today. Most people would think he was undersized to guard Ryan Terrell, but he's done a fabulous job all day. He's not hurt his offensive side of the ball as well.
Delaney loses it. It's going the Max way. Tempers flaring a little bit there on the court. The Blue Jay side of the basketball. Up 10 though as we proceed. Leifer had Terrell for a second. Lasko guarded by Corey. Terrell to Leifer. Lasko shoots another 3. Rolls around the rim.
Lasko has been feeling it today. Shooting a lot more confidence than usual. That one looked good out of his hands. That's a huge miss. Johns Hopkins very fortunate.
Delaney on the drive, on the cut, pardon me, finishes with the left.
That's my new timeout over. We've got to check back here the next whistle. This lead starting to get a little bit too large for Max to overcome here.
Big 3 for Terrell. He gets it to go. It's a 9-point game.
First of the day, but when you have Ryan Terrell on your team, game's never out of reach. 9-point game for each other game. The Max are going to need to get a stop and a score. Still a lot of time remaining.
Terrell's got 19 now to lead all Max scoring. James shows off the handles but gives off the Yiter.
Gotta be careful on the hedge.
James in the corner. Pumps, pulls, bottom. Lincoln James.
Big response there by Carson James once again. He's done everything today for the Blue Jays.
Halpert. Leifer straight on 3. That's good. And they're exchanging triples here in Stockton.
Yeah, the Max 3 starting to fall. That's a little bit of a worry for Johns Hopkins, but luckily for them, their offense is starting to click as well. Big point of the game right here in these next couple minutes.
Max needs stops, and they need them now. Delaney behind the back to Corey. Pulls a 3 off the back rim. Terrell tips the rebound away from his own teammate.
And Max had that one secured.
James resets.
That's a big missed opportunity. Max would have been running as well. Another 15 precious seconds going to come off the clock here.
Delaney with 7 on the shot clock. He's got Terrell on him. He drives right. He stops. He pops. Can't get it to go. And here comes Terrell the other way.
Lasko ahead of the pack.
Lasko finishes.
7-point game. Under 8 media timeouts coming. Looks like he's been here a long time. Coach Raphi's every 30 seconds off the clock is a win for Johns Hopkins at this point.
Yider. Vitesh on him.
It's the mismatch they want. Everyone's clearing out.
Yider keeps it with his right hand.
And a great pick there by Thibault to make sure Leifer can't help. Timeout coach Leifer, great play call there. Excellent coaching.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break. It's a 9-point game. It's March Madness here on Max Live. Welcome back here to Stockton University, where we've got the round of 64, 5:20 to go, 9-point game. Yeshiva on the brink of being eliminated here in the first round, which would be a bit of a disappointment. But before we get back to basketball, if you are not subscribed to Max Live on YouTube, if you want to see all the great Max content we put out, you'll need to be. Be sure to also turn on notifications so that you never miss out on a new video. Now, Zach, not a lot of time here. You're going to have to lean on your best players.
Yeah, I mean, that's who they've been leaning on all day, and really, outside of Ethan Lasko, and then Gabe Leifer's been trying his best. He's 5 for 15 from the field, not his best efficient output. But Eitan Halpert's given him nothing, and I don't think it's Eitan Halpert's fault either. I think Johns Hopkins has been keying in on him. Ophir Grief, only 2 points, 0 field goals made, and he's back in the game. But more importantly, the Max offense has started to hit a couple shots of late. But on the defensive end, Johns Hopkins, Max has been working so hard all game, I think it's taking a little bit of a toll on them.
It's Halpert here for the Max. Gives it off to Terrell. Gives it out to Lasko. Terrell catches, drives left, absorbs contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
It's a good call. It could have been called on the floor, but that's on Carson James. It's exactly what Yeshiva wants. A good free throw shooter at the line for 2. The clock is stopped. I don't think we're at the point in the game where we need to worry about that yet, but the clock is stopped. They could set up their defense as soon as they make their free throws.
Want to receive Max news and updates? Join our WhatsApp group chat. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube video, as Terrell misses the first, and the Max cannot afford to be giving away points like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This makes the second one all the more important. You can't have empty trips at this stage in the game at all. Ryan Terrell, massive free throw here.
A little long there as well. He goes 0 for 2.
And I think you just got to assume Ryan Terrell close to an 80% free throw shooter. The legs for the Max, they worked so hard all game, just giving out at the wrong time. It takes so much energy to come back.
Corey pumped, drove, floats, no good. Rebound, nice play there by Gabe Leifer, snatching that rebound.
Halpert finally got Delaney off of him on a switch.
Takes it in, gets blocked. Reefs got the ball.
Pass again, wasn't even looking at the basket.
Yider there on the block and the steal. Good defensive possession there for him. And the Blue Jays will slow the pace down here with 4.5 to go. It's Delaney. He pulls a deep 3 off the back rim. The rebound is going to be grabbed by Thibault. Big time rebound, and the Max cannot catch a break.
It's going to take under 4 minutes. It's danger time here for the Max. One more of those Connor Delaney bombs is going to go. It might be the dagger that sends them home.
James dribbles off his own foot as he had Leifer on him, was looking to go to work. And Leifer now on the other end.
Max in the bucket right now.
Halpert drives in, absorbs, can't get the layup to go though. And things are looking a little bleak here for the Macs down the stretch.
Yeah, the Macs aren't going to get that call. The referees have been extremely consistent all game. Done an excellent job here. Really no complaints at all. They only bring out the best for the NCAA tournament. Did an excellent job. Thibault straight off great defense.
Delaney, that's going to be a blocking foul on Leifer.
That's going to bring us to the under 4 media timeout. It's going to be Gabe Leifer's third foul. The Blue Jays are now in the bonus the rest of the way. But it's the Macs offense that has gone cold at a time of need. You see the spirits on both sidelines, just the mannerisms that both teams are showing right now. The Macs a little bit down in the dumps, down by 9. And you see Johns Hopkins all excited. I think Carson James every time, it's hard to really tell from how high up we are, but Carson James, it seems to me that he's been smiling a whole lot on his way down the court. I don't know if you've been noticing that, Charlie.
Well, he has much reason to smile. He's really putting on a show here. He's got 23, and you got to figure when he woke up this morning, this wasn't even in the picture. Wasn't even part of the spectrum of what he thought could have happened.
Now he's a good three-pointer. He shoots 38%, but 38% is not 70%. He's 7 for 10 from downtown, and 7 for 10 is a great percentage, but it's not just how many threes he's hit, it's when he's hit those three-pointers. It feels like every time while you cut a little bit closer trying to get a stop defensively, Carson James has come right back at them with another dagger of a three.
For behind-the-scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow Max Live at Max Live on Instagram. 3:16, Max down 9. A team with so much promise going into the season are at risk of being bounced here in the round of 64, the first team out of the tournament. And Yider's going to inbound it. Delaney crosses the timeline, and he draws a double.
Try to speed him up. It's going to lead to easy basket, essentially, though. That's what you got to do at this point in the game.
James stepped out of bounds. It's going the Max way.
Great defense there by the Max. And Coach Diamonds has a couple of timeouts in his pocket as well if he needs to get his team some more rest. He's got 2 left, as well as Coach Leffler, also 2 left. Points are extremely important at every possession here. There's 2 Terrell missed free throws looming large right now. It could be a 7-point game. It looks like they're still being left wide open.
Terrell, a deep 3. He's got to have it. He's got it.
Back to a 2-possession game. It's not over yet. But Johns Hopkins taking a lot of time to do that as well. They should stop this clock.
They should stop the clock.
And Nathan Halpert, they're talking about it. And they are Thibault, very smart play. It's the second time we've seen them take advantage of that rule a little bit. They are going to stop the clock here. Not going to add any more time back, but they are going to stop it. And uses this as an opportunity to put in Tom Corey as well.
He's playing a little offense-defense here. He's in foul trouble. Johnson checks out. Johnson tried to end Leifer's career earlier in the game. Leifer did not allow for that to happen. Went for the Mama Jam, but he went to the line anyways.
Another thing to keep an eye on, if the Macs do foul, seeing Johns Hopkins 3 straight 1-and-1s coming up, that will really test the nerves in the NCAA tournament game.
Terrell.
No 3 fouls, not really relevant at this point.
Guarding Delaney. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. And you know Halpert pulled the chair out from under Delaney. He was expecting contact. He never got it.
Nathan Halpert has been unbelievable defensively all day. We don't usually talk about him on the defensive end, but he's made up for whatever he's been missing on the offensive end. This is a massive, massive possession here. The Macs don't need a 3. A bucket here, though, to cut it to 4 would get them thinking.
Last go to Reef. He's open. He's going to try a 3. It hits off the back rim, and he's going to foul Johnson, I believe. Pardon me, not Johnson. No, it is Johnson. I was right the first time. Should have trusted my gut. And he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I love the comments of Reef, but like I said, they did not need a 3. But 1-and-1 coming for Braden Johnson. He's 73% from the line. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He missed the first free throw the last time he went to the line. This is a massive, massive free throw. The Macs know they need to box out regardless, especially on Thibault.
Johnson taking his time.
Short.
Leaves it short, and Leifer grabs the rebound.
Max new life.
Halpert to Leifer.
Once again, don't need a three. A lot of time left.
Terrell. Drives, almost throws it away. Reef did a nice job keeping that in. Lasko pumps. Inside to Reef. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's what he's good at. Underneath finishing, but 2 shots. Clock stopped. These free throws are absolutely vital for the Macs. Terrell missed a pair before. The Macs are 3 for 7 at the line today. We talked about the free throw battle being super important.
First shot, can't get it to go.
We talked about the free throw battle being super important. Ofek Reef now misses these 2 for 3 in the game. These are pressure-packed moments. While you now 3 for 8 from the line. Johns Hopkins 4 for 7 at the line. But you got to have at least one of these for Ofek Reef. Max have now missed 3 straight free throws at the line. If you would have hit those, and these are 80% free throw shooters. Ofek Reef shoots 80%. Ryan Terrell 79%, I believe. I mean, you could have this at a 2-point game.
And that free throw goes, and it was necessary.
So it's down to 5. Definitely don't need a foul. You can play this one out. Coach Leffler 2 timeouts as well. They have a rebounding ball game past half court in 10 seconds.
Delaney, he's so skilled with the basketball.
Don't want to foul him. He's a great free throw shooter.
Bobbles it. He picked up his dribble.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's a good call, but Eitan Halper, you're in a great position defensively. No need to do that. And now, Connor Delaney, a 1-and-1 for him as well. But he now with the chance, he's an excellent free throw shooter, close to 80%. He's 1 for 2 at line tonight as well. But he's a 5th-year senior. A lot of times I like to tell people, talk about percentage at the free throw line. I throw it out the window at this point in the game. This is all about, it's a lot of time about your veteran expertise. A 5th-year senior, at the line.
First shot, good.
Like I said, throw out the percentages. Connor Delaney's been here, he's done that before. Front end of 1-to-1 does not scare him, but a big opportunity to extend this to a 3-possession game with a minute 30 to go.
Second one hits off the back rim. The rebound is popped up in the air, and Delaney's going to grab possession of the basketball.
Don't need to panic. Only 20 seconds on the clock, and it's still a 2-possession game. Just make sure to play good defense to get a rebound. Terrell looking ahead for the double.
Delaney.
Time on the clock. Someone's going to be open. Double team.
It's Yider. It's Thibault. It's underneath. It's good. 8-point game. Terrell grabs. Halpert thought about a 3. He's going to give it back to Terrell.
Mismatch for Terrell here.
And a foul's called here on the Blue Jays. A minute 17. YU down 8.
It's going to be on Lincoln Yider. That's going to put the Macs in the bonus the rest of the way. Well, a minute 17. Now a 3-possession game. Macs definitely need a bucket, and they're going to have to start thinking about fouling as well.
Terrell, he puts up a tough 3.
If you're going to go down, you're going to go down with Ryan Terrell shooting the basketball.
Rebound is fought for, and Delaney's going to be fouled. And the Blue Jays starting to feel the excitement of winning a tournament game. Macs look a little deflated here, walking down to their own end of the court.
And this is the last 1-and-1 for the Blue Jays. That's going to be Eitan Halpert's 4th foul as well. For Delaney. Missed it, wow.
Missed it, and the rebound's fought for again. It's going the Macs way, and Macs fans are not happy. They think it should have been an over-the-top called. Nonetheless, it's YU ball. Down 8 with a minute 7 to go.
Huge possession here, we keep saying this, but this is a must score, I think.
Reef to Terrell, off a screen, gets fouled. Had a chance at a 4-point play. Instead, he'll go to the line for 3.
That's the last thing you want to do for the Blue Jays. Ryan Terrell did miss his last pair at the line. But that's the last thing you want to do. The Maccabees need to score in a bunch. And the last thing you want to do is give them 3 free throws with the clock stopped.
3 vital free throws here for the Macs. Let the crowd go silent. First one's good.
And Terrell said 80% shooter from the line. He's now 1 for 3 in the game. He's got his 23rd point.
Second one falls. And you could hear a pin drop in this building when he shoots these free throws right now.
Yeah, this is very tense for everyone watching at home. Everyone here, all eyes on Ryan Terrell. No one else doing absolutely anything else in this gym.
Ryan hits all 3.
Free throws. Max goes set up their full court press. No more 1-and-1s. They don't need to foul yet. I probably will try to extend this game as long as I can.
Almost a 5-second count. Delaney's got it. Oh, when he throws it away, because Lasko got the steal. And the Macs still have life here in Stockton.
Gotta be patient. Don't need to rush. A lot of time left still. Just get a bucket.
Terrell catches. Step back. 3-pointer. Bang!
Timeout Starbucks. It's a 2-point game.
Terrell says, why not us? We still got a chance. It's March Madness.
They haven't changed the score, but it's 60-58. And now you really don't need a foul for the Macs. You could play it out. I personally, like I said again, I would not. Because if Johns Hopkins gets a bucket, the game is essentially over. But Ryan Terrell, 6 points in the last 20 seconds. He's now got 28, and the Maccabees have a chance here. Very uncharacteristic of Connor Delaney throwing that pass away. Ethan Lasko, great job playing safety there.
And Ryan Terrell hits a step back. He does not want this to be his last game as a Mac. It's a 2-point game with 42 seconds left, and the crowd is back into it. There's life here in Stockton for the Macs.
Yeah, Coach Steinmetz using a timeout there. He's probably going to draw. Coach Steinmetz not even in the huddle right now, but they're drawing up what they want to do in the full court press, I assume. We'll see if they even do that. Like I said, they don't need to foul. 30 seconds on the shot clock and the 12-second differential. A miss gives you a chance if you secure the rebound. They've had a hard time doing that recently. Johns Hopkins gives about 60 points a game. We're right on that number. The Macs have been playing for their pace all day. But what seemed like a mucky outlook, a gloom outlook just about 25 seconds ago. A lot of life with those 3 free throws by Terrell and the 3-pointer. Johns Hopkins going to have to be thinking about a couple missed opportunities on those front ends of 1-on-1 just a few seconds ago. Everyone on their feet in this building.
The fans rise. Intensity at an all-time high. Ball inbounded, it's Yider.
No need to foul once again. Maybe they're going to, maybe they're not.
Lasko on him. He's pesky.
Tapping.
Terrell helps. It's Carson James. He brings it inside. Max electing not to foul. There's 15 on the shot clock.
Which on Halbert says, let's go to Connor Delaney. They're going to isolate Lasko at the Yider. They did this on Batesh before. Lasko, much better defender. This could be the game right here.
Yider goes left. Foul. Offensive! And it's going the other way!
Coach Leffler is not happy with that call. And the Macs will have a chance to tie the game or take the lead depending on shot selection. That was a tough call. But Ethan Lasko stepping up when the team needs him most. Will Coach Steinmetz elect to call a timeout? We've been in this situation before against Farmingdale. Max down by 2 with the ball. Coach Steinmetz timeouts in his pocket. That time he had a lot more, but this time only 1. Let's see what they're going to draw up. If they get stuck with a call timeout, Coach Leffler going to make the first move, calling a timeout here.
And things have heated up. There's 15 left. It's a 2-point game. It's college basketball. It's in March. What a game. And you got to figure it's going to be Terrell for the Macs.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be Terrell. He's obviously gotten going. But I think Coach Leffler knows it's going to be Terrell as well. So the issue is that they could send a lot of attention to Terrell. So that's going to leave the pass open. Terrell, obviously known as a completely unselfish player. This would be the time to make a pass for someone open. And once again, you don't need to go for a 3. You can go for the 2 and go to overtime. That's fine. Shabbos doesn't start any later if that happens, but we are making pretty good time right now. I'm thinking Coach Leffler is not going to let Terrell shoot this ball.
You got to wonder what's going through the players' minds right now in this huddle with 15 seconds left.
This is what you dream of as a kid. This is what you want. Game on the line. Chance to tie or take the lead at the buzzer. I mean, if you're the Macs, you probably want to shoot with a couple seconds left. Obviously, if you make it, it gives Johns Hopkins a chance to come back down and win the game. But at the same time, if you miss, if Johns Hopkins gets the rebound, or a miss, if you get an offensive rebound, you won't have a chance. And Johns Hopkins also can miss some free throws. You're still only down by 2. Especially they've struggled at the line today.
So the stage is set here. Energy is palpable. This is why we watch. Terrell grabs with 15 and he's picked up full court.
Max are in the bonus if they do foul.
Terrell with 10. Terrell fakes, pulls up, can't get it to go off the backboard. He had a good look. He did not get it to fall a little strong. And Thibault's got a chance on the other end. Ryan Terrell's hit that so many times throughout his career.
Yeah, I think the length of Johns Hopkins just affected him a little bit there. But that's a good look. He got him isolated and just a pump fake had the defender flying. Sidney Thibault, only a 39% free throw shooter, so he's the biggest one he's ever had in his life for sure.
First one, of course, gets it to go.
39%. I said throw the numbers out of the window at this point in the game. It just matters about if you've been there before and if you've done this before. Thibault, a junior.
And Coach Diamond's going to let him think about this one a little more. But after you hit that first, the second one's not nearly as hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the second one is to end the game, of course. 4 points with 3.2 seconds. Johns Hopkins definitely not going to foul them. But what I'm thinking here is even with a miss, and I feel like as a 39% shooter, the percentages do say he will miss.
Math checks out.
Math checks out. Coach Leffler, I'm curious to see if he's going to foul up by 3.
No timeouts, guys.
A lot of coaches do this. It won't allow, it will send YU to the line, but it won't allow them to get a 3-point attempt off. They'd have to draw up some sort of tip play off of a miss. However, the risk with doing that, usually people do it with a little bit more time, maybe 5 seconds. The risk of doing that with 3.2 seconds is the Max might be already trying to shoot the shot. But you might see an interesting decision to have the players on the line. If a miss, A, they're going to try to delay the bring up the court, and also they might try to trap the rebounder to take a couple of seconds off the clock.
Thibault put a pin in it. Ball, no good. Lasko's got it and he's fouled. With 1.4 to go, Lasko is fouled. Interesting call by Steinman's using his last timeout. They could not advance the basketball. So Lasko's going to go to the line for what I believe is a 1-and-1.
Yeah, 1-and-1. Obviously, for those wondering at home, why didn't they call a timeout, advance the ball? There's no advancing the ball in college basketball. And now you've got all the rebounders that haven't played all game. Jordan Armstrong, Matan Zucker, all the cavalry coming in. If I'm Ethan Lasko, though, you want to make the first one for sure. Obviously, you can't guarantee you're going to make the first one, but you want to make the first one. Also, you need to make sure no one can violate. Everyone's going in on the release except for Ethan. You don't want to go in early. That's the worst thing you want to do. But if he makes the first one, then worry about the second one and the miss afterwards.
First one is good.
So a 2-point game for the Max here. You want to miss this one. It has to hit the rim and somehow get it to someone who just put it up. 1.4, a lot of time to shoot it.
And here we go.
Teams usually practice this kind of thing.
Lasko.
It's a good miss. Who's the They're saying a violation on Lasko.
And it's going the other way. Either way, the ball was rebounded by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said to be careful of. Ethan Lasko, that was a great miss off the side of the rim. It gave your team a good chance.
He just left a little early.
Just left a little early. You got to know it's off the rim for you. It's not off the release. But
now the Max need a steal. We've seen a crazy shot already today.
We've seen crazier things happen.
Steal that ball!
You cannot run the baseline. They do have a timeout in their pocket. As very smartly, Carson James checking that he does have a timeout. You do not want to Chris Webber happening right now, but they have to get the ball in bounds.
Ball inbounded. A foul is called right away on Terrell.
That's going to do it for him. That's his 5th. And a great defensive effort there.
There's 0.9 seconds left on the clock.
That probably would have been off of Johns Hopkins as well. But with 0.9 seconds, now Terrell is going to have to leave the court as he fouls out with 27 points. A great effort here by Terrell, even giving them a chance to come back in this game. Connor Delaney, great free throw shooter. He hasn't shot it so well here today.
And they added 0.2 seconds back to the clock.
So that's a lot of time if necessary. Delaney has 2 shots here. I wouldn't be shocked if he hits both. But he is 2 for 5 here today. In the event that he does miss one, though, Max on a chance at a heave.
And Ryan Terrell fouled out maybe walking off the court for the last time as a Mac. And in comes Mac Woods. But if this is it for Ryan Terrell, what a career he's had.
Yeah, leading scorer in Mac's history, an unbelievable player. We look forward to seeing what his next steps are. Eitan Halper's already hit one from the foul line, the opposite foul line. He could probably do it again.
First shot is good.
Smooth as butter there for Connor Delaney. The second will put it out of reach, but even with a make, and there's 2 defenders on the foul line, it's going to be really hard to make a three-pointer.
Second shot is good. There's 1 second left. It's not going to matter. Halpert heaves. Blue Jays take this one, 63-59. That'll do it for the Mac season. Ends in the round of 64. Crowd gives them a standing ovation, but obviously the players are very disappointed. A well-played, hard-fought basketball game. But that's going to do it on the Max this season. Chances at getting to that highly coveted national championship. Just want to say some quick thank yous to Executive Producer and Director Akiva Poppers, Associate Producer Ari Schopf, Associate Director Ezra Jacob, Technical Director Aaron Traurig, Engineer Justin Safier, Assistant Engineer Sammy Friedman, Technical Assistant Derek Fuller, Segment Producer David Price and Noach Solomson, Assistant Producer Daniel Melool, Graphics Creator Moshe Nasser and Cameraman Zach Wild, Ben Zukerman, Yisroel Tannenbaum and Raphi Shpitalnik. Also a huge thanks to Mr. Aharon Melool, who drove all the equipment, and Poppers, Traurig, and Sammy yesterday morning, as well as 6 other Max Lives guys last night, and hosting 7 Max Lives guys for Shabbos. Thank you to everyone. We could not have done this broadcast without you. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the postgame show to recap the Max season here on Max Live. And welcome back here to Stockton, New Jersey, Stockton University, pardon me, where the Macs have just fallen to the Blue Jays by a score of 63-59. We want to give a quick thank you to Adam, the SID director here in Stockton, for allowing us to do this broadcast. Dave, pardon me, his name is Dave. We really appreciate it. And now we're going to actually have Akiva Poppers here in the booth, special guest, as it is his last game here with us at Max Live, as well as Zach Tuchman's last game at Max Live. And I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on the whole season are. And being someone who's worked in Max Live for so long, how you feel about it finally coming to an end.
Yeah, well, obviously a disappointing ending. There were high hopes for this team and a lot of ups and downs in the season, no doubt. Very sad to see a team which had so much potential fall so early on in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, they drew a tough first-round matchup, well-deserved, and all credit to the Blue Jays. They really had this game played at their kind of pace. They hold opponents to 60 points per game, and if you look at the scoreboard, they held YU to 59, and they did a great job overall.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at games in which the Macs were shut down this year, Illinois Wesleyan, 59 points for the Macs. Johns Hopkins, 59 points for the Macs. A high-powered offense which struggled against strong defensive teams this year. Very different from what we saw in the 2019-20 tournament when they took down WPI, scoring 102 points, top 20 defensive unit. It just wasn't like that this year.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to sneak up on anyone this year. And as they say, defense wins championships. And Johns Hopkins really showed their championship medal here today. I mean, even when YU was making that run, they really stepped up on that last possession. Good defense by Thibault on the help, just making sure Terrell just was open for a second. But Great help defense there, just making sure that the shot was not clean enough for him to hit it.
Now, for both of you guys, this is it. Are there any last thoughts you want to leave with our viewers? And I think it should be noted that Akiva Poppers has now been with the Max Live for a long time, and he's really made it into the program that it is today. Before he came, some of the things that you're seeing, replays, camera work, broadcasting, it wasn't the way it is now, and a large reason for the way it is now is Akiva Poppers. He's done such a good job making Max Live an important part of Yeshiva University. So I want to say thank you on behalf of everyone at Max Live for putting in such good effort and making Max Live a real part of this college. And now just any last thoughts you have to leave the viewers with and maybe close out the show and the season with.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd like to thank Justin Safier, our engineer, the man with whom we would not be able to do this without him. He was the one who designed the entire $47,000 project which we put together. And along with that project, I'd like to thank Morty Leifer, Lance Hurt, and Lior Hode, donors to that project. Again, what you're seeing could not be done without them. And then to the 50 Max Live guys this year who worked for Max Live to put together a team production. We prided ourselves on working as a team and improving game by game, and I hope we brought the fans the experience that they deserved for such a followed program in this country. I'd like to thank my predecessor, David Schwartzman, for helping lead me to this day, and also this production is the first Max Live tournament game we've ever done, and that could not have been done without Dave, the SID at Stockton, so I'd like to give him a huge thank you, because without him, we would be watching from the stands right now. So a huge thank you to Dave for helping us do this. And as you said before, to Mr. Melool, who woke up at 6 a.m. on Thursday morning to drive the equipment down here. That's dedication on a Max Life parent's part. So thank you very much, Tuchman, for being with us this year.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Charlie. You've got a bright future ahead of yourself.
We'll be back for Sarachek.
We'll be
yes,
back.
we will be back for Sarachek March 24th through 28th on MaxLive.com. Let's just throw out some numbers, by the way. When I started, Instagram followers was like 600, YouTube followers was like 430. We've increased by like 5 times, 6 times in every single Twitter, everything. The way that this fan base has grown and taken the Max under their arms cannot be underappreciated. So a last final thank you goes out to the fans for being who they are and for following this team through the ups and downs, through the highs and lows. Even though it ends on a low note, you are appreciated.
Well, that'll do it from Stockton, New Jersey. Max played hard, fought well, unfortunately came up short, losing by a score of 63-59. Congratulations to the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays, who are going to move on to play, I believe, Sunday. Saturday, pardon me. Tomorrow at 4:30. Oh, so a quick turnaround for the Blue Jays. For all of us here at Max Live, we thank you for tuning in and game out, and keeping tabs on the Max. Stay tuned for Max Live for more events and Sarachek and the Max next year. There's still a lot to be excited about. We are very proud of the Max. We thank you all for tuning in today. Again, final score 60.